Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Very good morning.
Yes. So right now with us, Professor Ranjan Kumar Tarai, Dean, College of Agriculture, Chipilima has joined. So right now I would request Dr. B.S. Naik, sir, to give a brief introductory address of Dr. Tarai. Sir, please.
Thank you, Dr. Parak, and very good morning to all the participants, guests today. This opportunity to introduce Professor Ranjan Kumar Tarai, who is currently working as Professor in Fruit Science and Dean, College of Agriculture and College of Horticulture, Chiplima, OUT. He obtained his BSc as a degree from OUT in the year 1999 and both MSc in 2002 and PhD in 2006 in Fruit Science from BCKB, West Bengal. He has qualified ICR NET examination in the year 2004. With over 19 years of academic, research and extension experience, he has served as subject matter specialist in Krishi Vigyan Kendra in the district of Gajapati and Nayagarh, junior scientist in OUT, program coordinator in KVK Kalahandi, associate professor OUT, and was promoted to the post of professor in the year 2023. Since June 2025, he has been appointed as Dean, College of Agriculture and College of Horticulture, Chiplima. He has authored 62 research papers, 11 books, 8 manuals, 9 book chapters, and 21 popular articles, and guided 8 MSc and 1 PhD student. He has handled 4 projects, attended more than 42 seminars, and taught various UG courses in fruit science. Professor Tarai has been honored with the Best Pomologist Award in the year 2025, Distinguished Researcher Award during the year 2024, and Best Chemical Award during the year 2014. He is a reviewer of reputed journals and examiner for several universities and a life member of multiple horticultural societies. His research expertise lies in integrated nutrient management, plant growth regulators in fruit crops, orchard and estate management, and fruit crop management. In brief, he is a distinguished academician, researcher with notable contributions to horticultural science and education. Now, I cordially invite Professor Ranjan Kumar Tarai to deliver his talk on scientific fruit cultivation techniques for enhanced productivity and profitability. Professor Tarai.
Thank you, sir. Good morning to one and all attending this 21 days training program. So I take this opportunity to convey my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Parag Acharya sir, with the course director, and Dr. Bhavan Shankar Naik sir, with the organizing director of this course program. And also I'm conveying my heartfelt thanks to organizing secretaries and all the participants attending this training program. So good, and respected dignitaries, colleagues, and dear participants. So it gives me immense pleasure to present on the topic entitled Scientific Food Cultivation Techniques for Enhancing Productivity and Profitability. And we know that the food, horticulture production has surpassed the food grain production for the last 8 to 9 consecutive years. And now the horticulture production stood at more than 350 million tons from an area of around 27.1 million hectare, whereas the food grain production is around 330 million ton. So far as fruit production is concerned, we know that our area under fruit cultivation, so far as India perspective is concerned, from an area of around 7.1 million hectare, we are producing around 112 million tons. This is from 24 data from NSB. And also we are second in fruit production after China. Globally also the production is around 933 million tons, but we are producing around 112 million tons of fruits in India. So we know the why fruit cultivation is giving more importance, because we know that both fruit and vegetables are known as the protective food, because they are the rich source of vitamins and minerals. So we will be discussing in all times to come. So in all the slides I am having, I will be going to present these aspects. So now I am sharing my slides directly. Is it visible, sir? Hello?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay.
Click on the hide option.
Hide. Okay, okay. Okay, sir. Thank you. So this is my topic: scientific food cultivation technique for enhancing food productivity and profitability. So with this above introduction, so this is the world scenario of food production. With for the last 22 years, if you will consider from 2000 to 2022, FAO, the Food and Agriculture Organizations of the UN, they have, according to them, the food production is around 933 million tons. So, and this is the Indian scenario of food production, which already I have I talked about this Indian scenario of food production. That this is India is the second largest producer of fruits after China, and so with 7.04 million hectares, we are producing around 112 million tons of fruits. And why we will produce more? Because globally, to feed the ever increasing population, and also now India is #1 populous country in the world with a population of around 145 crores, and the second one is China. So the land area is also falling by 24 since 2001, and region already we know it is known to all of us. And this is the status of fruit area. So far as different major fruit crops are there and some minor fruit crops are also there. So among all the major fruits, mango is the first in so far as area is concerned, occupying around 34% area, and it is followed by citrus. Previously, banana was the second highest in area, but now citrus surpasses the banana production so far as major fruits are concerned, and it is followed by banana, apple, and guava. And so far as minor fruits, their name is in the only minor fruits, but they are actually having major importance because of their comparable to the major fruits as far as vitamins and minerals are concerned. So likewise, amla, it's the second highest vitamin C content having fruits after Barbados cherry. So it is having only 1.4% share of the area. However, mango is occupying around 34% area. And so far as tamarind, potato, bear, jamun, bale, these are the dryland fruit crops, because these are some of the less water requiring crops as compared to mango, citrus, or banana. So this is the state-wise fruit area in India. So Maharashtra occupies the first position so far as the area is concerned, and it is followed by Andhra Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. So then this is the state-wise fruit production in India. So production share of fruits, it is occupied. Andhra Pradesh occupied the first position so far as production of fruit is concerned, and it is followed by Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh and Gujarat. And if you will consider crop-wise fruit area in India, so mango occupies the first position. So far as it occupies around 36% of the area, followed by citrus having 17%, and banana 14% area. And also the other minor fruits like pomegranate 4% area, and jackfruit. Now it is gaining popularity in our Odisha. So jackfruit mission is also going on. And grape is only having 2% area, but the maximum productivity we get from crops like grapes and papaya. So the productivity is around 30 to 40 ton per hectare. This is the crop-wise fruit production in India. Food production percentage in India. So far as production is concerned, banana occupies the first position, followed by mango. So banana occupies around 32% of the total food production in India, and it is followed by mango. And third one is citrus. Papaya also occupies 6% area. So among major fruit crops, our mango, banana, citrus, guava, papaya, these are the major fruit crops. And minor fruit crops are especially amla, bear, pomegranate, custard apple, bear. So these are the major minor fruit crops grown in India. And mango, the king of fruits, and also known as the national fruit of India, and it is dominated by to grow in the eastern region. So far as Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, West Bengal, these are the important eastern Indian states. So the productivity of eastern India is more as compared to other parts of the country. So it is having around 16.7 ton per hectare in eastern India as in total. And our Odisha, the productivity stands at 4.1 ton per hectare. So national productivity is 7.33 ton per hectare as compared to the highest productivity of 16.41 in the eastern India, which is comparing the states like Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, and West Bengal. Insofar as Odisha, the food data, it's an overview from Director of Horticulture. I got this data. So the area is around 3,86,000 hectares, and with the production of around 26.36 lakh million metric ton. So mango occupies the third position so far as the production is concerned, and with, second was one is your banana, and then third are occupied by citrus and jackfruit. So why only production maximizing not the concern, but we have to also increase the quality aspects, because due to indiscriminate use of chemical fertilizer and pesticides, which deteriorates at the soil level, and also the quality of the food is also getting deteriorated. So we have to think on the quality aspects also. And also most of the heavy metals are also found in these fertilizers, which causes disturbance according to World Health Organization. So disturbances in kidney, lungs, and liver, and also different types of cancers also being caused due to this presence of these heavy metals. Again, hello, is it audible, sir? Am I
Yes,
audible?
yes, audible,
Yes,
audible.
sir.
Okay, sir. So according to the ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research, and the National Institute of Nutrition, they have recommended to consume around 400 gram of vegetables. Sir.
Ranjan sir, please unmute yourself. Unmute. Ranjan sir, please unmute yourself. You are not audible.
Okay, okay. Now audible, sir?
Yes, yes, yes.
So what are the constraints of food production? So before discussing about what are the constraints in food production, so already scope has been discussed. So that because the productivity and also profitability, if you will compare with the food grain, the cereal crops like your rice or pulses like green gram or balagram, the productivity of these food cereals and pulses stands at 2 to 4 ton per hectare. But if you compare the counterparts like your papaya and banana, the productivity stands at 30 to 40 ton per hectare. So at least we can produce 10 times more productivity as compared to the cereals and pulses. And so far as profitability is concerned, we will get maximum 20 to 30,000 per hectare if you are cultivating rice per hectare. But we compare with that of your papaya or banana, we can get a net profit of around 1 lakh 5 to 50,000 to 2 lakhs. So it is also around 8 to 10 times more profitability you can achieve by doing this type of fruits. So with the and also some employment generation can be also possible, and we can also maintain ecological balances, and also we can provide the malnutrition. You can address the malnutrition problem among the poor, rural poor, and also the malnourished children by giving some fruits. Not only the high costly fruits, but also some fruits like bear, which is easily available, that can be also given to the poor childs for addressing their malnutrition.
Right. Show my screen.
Sir, voice is not audible, sir.
Sir, actually it is some disturbances. Okay, sir. Okay, sir, now it is audible, sir.
Yes, sir. Audible, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Audible.
Okay. Okay. So these are some of the constraints of fruit production. So first one is lack of ideal varieties. Actually, so people are using the non-descriptive varieties, local varieties. So they are not practicing the improved and hybrids, which can fetch maximum remuneration to them. So this is the one of the major constraints of fruit production. And second point one is lack of quality planting materials. So they are only using those seedling propagated planting materials, so which fetches very less yield. Then they are not concerned about rootstocks, because we know that rootstocks plays an important role for overcoming different stress like biotic and abiotic stresses, especially in crops like citrus and also grapes. And they are not following high density planting. In traditional method of planting, they are generally following, so which accommodates very less number of plants, which could have increased by following this high density planting. And we know that most of the long gestation period in most of the food, at least it requires 5 to 6 years to come into bearing stage. So that is also regarded as one of the constraints in food production. And so far as most of the orchards found in our Indian context are senile, old and senile orchards. So the product would generally getting less because of low productivity. So these are some of the important for here. So non-adoption of appropriate agro techniques and non-adoption of modern improved technology like high density orcharding. They should follow the use of maximum precision farming technologies, drip irrigation. So precision farming technology has to be adopted for enhancing the food productivity in India. And these are some of the indigenous underutilized fruits, and the so-called the minor fruits. And we know that these are the minor fruits. So these are the Indian origin: jackfruit, amla, bell, jamun, bear, tamarind, falsa. So these are the important fruit crops which are indigenous to India. These are the known as the minor fruits. So we know that these are the having maximum importance so far as the protective food, because these are the good source of vitamins and minerals. So they need to be taken care of only during the juvenile stage, and after crossing the juvenile phase, they are able to survive on their own. So only we have to take care for maximum 2 to 3 years. So then we don't need to take maximum care of these crops. And so far as if we consider, according to Kundan Kishore, he has presented one paper in the one of the internal symposium. So according to these are pest incidences found in different crops. So as compared to the minor fruits and major fruits. So in mango, he has reported that more than 400 number of pests are found, and out of this, only 10 are major pests. So if you consider with that of jamun, it is having only maximum 75 number of pests, but the major pest is around only 2. So accordingly, this is one of the comparison between the total number of pests and the number of major pests. And almost all the minor fruits are having less number of pest incidents as compared to the major food crops. And so far as the diversity of mango varieties, so mango, we know this is the highest in vitamin A content. Around it is having around 4,800 units of vitamin A or 100 gram edible person. And the major breeding objective is to produce fruits which should be regular in bearing habit, and it should be dwarf in stature. And also besides this, also color is an important criteria, which the countries, it is being exported to other countries like USA, Japan. So they are requiring color. So besides regularity, they also require color. So these are the important the Pusa Surya, that is a variety developed from IRA, and Pusa Arunima, that is a cross between Amrapali and the Sensation. So Sensation, we know that is the one of the colored mango varieties. So to meet the export criteria, so these hybrids have been developed accordingly. These are some of the important varieties. So Chausa is the sweetest variety, and this Kanchan Tottapuri, this is having the largest pulp content in among all the fruit crops. So we know that North Indian varieties are quality varieties and South Indian are regular varieties. So by combining both regularity and also dwarf character, And quality character, some hybrids have been developed. Accordingly, Mallika and Amrapali were developed during the year 1971 and 78 respectively. And to meet the color criteria, the second set of hybrids have been developed at IRA, like Kusarina and Kusapatira. These are the varieties. And from IISR to address the different problems like spongy tissue, they have developed Orcorun, Orcopunit type of varieties. So these are the varieties photographs, some of the photographs. So Kusarunima, that is the cross between Amrapali and sensation. So the color criteria was met. And Pusapativa, the name has been given after the then President Dr. Pativa Patil. Pusapativa. So these are the variety developed during 2010-11. And Ambika and Arunya, these are also developed from CISS Lucknow. So these are also some of the colored mango varieties. Also, they are regular and bearing tendency, because we know alternate bearing or irregular bearing is the major problem faced by a mango player. And besides other problems like spongy tissue or mango malformation and other problems are there, but the single most important problem is alternate bearing tendency. And after mango, so these are some of the important varieties of guava and lemon, limes. So guava in guava, two types are found. So one is your pink type and white type. So pink types are also the crop like Halalit, and in Odisha climatic condition, under Bhubaneswar condition, the corn product is performing well so far as yield is concerned. And these are some of the pink fleshed varieties of guava. And in some Kinomandar is which regularly in the citrus industry in Punjab states, so that can also be replicated in our state. And so far as limes is concerned, lime, the major problem is having canker. So canker problem can be addressed by promoting the crops like Promolin and PK1. And so far as papaya, now two categories of varieties are there, dioecious and grandaceous. So Coimbatore 1 to Coimbatore always are dioecious variety, and this Pusanana, which can be grown at a spacing of 1.25 and 1.25. So around 6,000 6,400 number of plants can be planted per hectare. So accordingly, by following this high density orcharding, we will get more yield as compared to the low density orcharding. And we know the grandaceous variety like Red Lady, Simtar variety, and the Surya, Prabha, this type of varieties should be promoted because 100% yield can be achieved by doing these cultivars. Because their male plant is totally absent, male flower is totally absent. So, we know that in papaya, sex is the major problem. So, some scientists reported around 32 types of sexes and some reported 64 types of sexes, but we are having around 3 basic sex forms. So, the gyndaceous varieties should be promoted because they are having only female and hermaphrodite types of flowers. So, accordingly, this Surya or the Prabhat type of varieties should be promoted, or Purva honeydew, Pusa delicious, Pusa majesty type of varieties should be promoted among the farmers. Because we can get an yield of around 30 to 40 ton per hectare by growing these varieties. And so these are some of the varieties recommended in the minor fruits. Already I have discussed the importance of minor fruits. This is bear, which is also known as the poor man's apple. So all type of nutrients found in apple can also be get from the fruits of bear. So accordingly, Banaras, Karka, Gola, these are the important varieties. Well, now recently 2010-11, they have released Thor Rugraj and Thor Sabikan. So Amla, the second important crop is Amla, and in bear, the adaptive features of bear is that it is having tape root system, so that it can withdraw nutrient and water from very deeper parts of the soil. And here, the reproductive phase coincides with period of maximum availability of water, that is during rainy season. So you know that during flowering, the flowering coincides, the requirement of water is high during reproductive phase. So here, since the flowering is coincides during the monsoon season, so you need to apply irrigation during that period. So accordingly, you can minimize. Another important criteria in bear is it is a summer dormant crop. So that means during summer it will goes into dormancy and all the physical activity stops. So accordingly, pruning is generally recommended in bear during summer. So in this way, we can promote the farmer to go for bear cultivation. Now apple bear is now gaining popularity. So farmer can get more remuneration by popularizing this apple bear. We are also cultivating, following different trials in bear in our orchard. Amla is also important crop because it is having very reduced leaf size. So reduced foliage, due to reduced foliage, transpiration loss of water is minimized. So according here also, the fruit goes into dormancy during March to June. So this is the summer season. So here since fruit goes in dormancy, the requirement of water is generally minimized. So this is one of the important adaptive features of the Amla. Then also bale, pomegranate also another important crop which is suitable for the island area, and tamarind, custard apple, and guava. So these are some of the important varieties. So you know in Amla, the major problem is shape incompatibility, and generally high sex ratio is found in varieties in different varieties of Amla, but NDUAT, that is Narendra Dev University of Agriculture and Technology, which is located in Hyderabad, which release so many NSCs, that is Narendra Amla 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So according among them, Narendra Amla 7 is the most popular variety because it is having maximum number of female flowers per branchlet. So accordingly, we get more fruit set because of high female flower percentage. So in where we can promote also different Yamma Sai, Goma Sai, different types of varieties are there. Goma Kitty variety of bear, and in Bhagwa variety of pomegranate is gaining popularity because we know that the single most problem faced by pomegranate farmer is fruit cracking. So the problem of fruit cracking can be addressed by recommending farmers to go for Bhagwa. Arakta type of variety which is released from PKB Rahuri, and Vidula is also one of the color. So color is also one of the important criteria already we discussed in mango. That's the same is case with your pomegranate also. And this is of course Sahan variety, which is a very good variety of cotton apple. In Chase also developed Alconinatul Vikram variety that can also be popular among the farmers of the country. And these are some of the other minor fruits like Goma Priyanka of Jamun, Konkon Bahadali. This is some of the pink types of Caronda. And Sonoripa variety, that is a cracking resistant variety of lychee. So these are the fruit crops. So carbohydrate rich fruit crops and protein content rich fruits are cashew nut. Then fiber you will get more from guava, almonds, and dates. Then you will get more calorie. If you need more calorie, then you should consume walnut. And if almond, walnut is the king of nuts, and pecan nut known as the queen of nuts. So this is the fruits rich in different minerals. So calcium rich fruits are lychee, loquat, dates, and phosphorus containing fruits. The resources are different nuts like almonds and cashew nut. Then iron, it will maximum get iron content from caronda, followed by date and carambola. So potassium content also will get more in fruits like carambola and jackfruit, and magnesium will get from rose jackfruit. So these are some of the high density planting. And so if we will consider the management aspects, these are the input requirements. So the water requirement is more in banana. Mango also the requirement of nutrients and also different in pesticide requirement, fuel, manpower is high as compared to different minor food crops like your amla, bear, or costala food, which has been given in the table. So these are the nutrient recommendations in different bearing plants. So lychee, guava, and so those may actually vary depending on different soil condition and so locality. And this is the nutrient recommendation, especially for eastern Indian states like West Bengal and Odisha condition. So 320 gram of nitrogen and 160 gram of phosphorus and 320 gram potassium needs to be applied along with 20 kg of 40 kg of FOM. Upon 2 basket of FOM is also required. And this is to be applied in 2 equal splits, once before monsoon and after cessation of the monsoon. So these are the varieties already we discussed. So Kanchan Krishna, this is the Nilam. Nilam is also known as NA7. That's the number one popular variety of Amla. But in Amla, you have to, if you are popularizing, so you have to go for mixed plantation of different materials. But if you will promote only single variety, due to the problem of self-incompatibility, you will get very less fruit set percentage. So accordingly, the pollination problem has to be addressed by growing different combination of different varieties. So, and this softwood grafting is also possible, but actually we are following pace budding. But this is the variety during my PhD time. So this variety, softwood grafting is possible in Amla. So that is also a quick method of grafting, planting material production that can be also popularized among the farmers. And in the dry land area, so mulching is the major problem. So we can recommend farmers to go for different organic mulches and inorganic mulches. So these are some of the inorganic mulches. And these are some of the organic mulches. And also, since flowering fruiting comes after 4 to 5 years of planting, so you should go for different intercrops, so to get some additional income besides also enhancing the soil productivity. The major problems in Amla is your stem borer. So due to heavy stem infestation, the plant looks like this. Your vitality is getting reduced. So this is the larva of the stem borer. So it should be collected mechanically, otherwise you have to go for rejuvenation. So at 1.5 meter height, the plant has to be beheaded, and the same practice of manuring and fertilization has to be followed. So after 2 to 3 months for beheading, profuse shooting comes, and the plant will become productive after 2 years of this rejuvenation approach. So this is the heavily infested millibug affected shoot of your on lavans. So imidacloprid or 5-methylton type of insecticides should be sprayed for controlling this millibug instance in olive. And also it can be controlled by polythene bending followed by greasing, because so as to avoid the crawling of the pest to the upper part of the canal. And another big problem is borax, food necrosis, which can be controlled by borax 2 gram per liter. Then the second important crop I'm discussing about botpur, which is known as the Orman sapul. So already we discussed something about bear. So these are the important varieties like seb, Bonals kaka, Koithali, and Guna Kirti. This is Thor Bhugraj and Thor Sabika. CIS developed this variety. CIS, that is Central Institute for Agriculture, which is located in Bikaner. And these are some of the mulching, because in the island area, the water is a very scarce resource. So you should go for some alternatives so as to conserve water. Then another important minor food crop is a custard apple. So the Maharashtra occupies the first positions for its production is concerned. And it is the glycemic index of fruit is very low, 54. And one anti-cancer drug has been isolated from the fruits of your custard apple, that is known as acetogenins, bulatacin, so which is around 300 times more powerful than taxol. So this is another important anti-cancer drug that can be isolated from the custard apple. So these are the composition, and these are some of the important varieties of custard apple. So it can be also cultivated in our condition where the water is a very scarce resource. So we have to popularize these varieties like Bolnagar, Sarkosan, already most of the promising varieties popular in almost all throughout the India. And this is another private farm developed by a farmer, NMK1, which is now gaining more popular as compared to Sarkosan variety. So this is the comparison of your Sarkosan, NMK1, and Bolnagar. So far as fruit segmentation on the surface is concerned. And another variety, the Bihar developed one variety, Bihar Madhu. And this is your African pie, which is pink custard apple. In another, this is about some spacing, peat size. So around 4 to 5 meter spacing is needed in custard apple. If the spacing of 2 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet, that means length, breadth, and depth of the peat should be 60 centimeters in both way in all the dimensions. So it should be filled with your topsoil and FM, and then you have to apply chloropyrifos or other insecticide to control the termites. Before and after filling of the pits, you have to apply termites. So at 5 years, we can expect an yield of around 50 fruits per tree. And then see another important rose apple variety, that is Syzygium jambos. So it belongs to family Myrtaceae, that is the family of guava. So it is also having a resource of potassium, calcium, iron, and phosphorus. So that can be also popularized among the farmers. And also it requires very less care in management as compared to major fruits. So these are some of the water apples. This is the left side, that is Syzygium jambos or rose apple, and the water apple. So in water apple, 2 types of water apple we are getting. So one is pink type and another white type. So these are some of the varieties. Then come to in our West Central Tableland Zone of Odisha, we have conducted some trials. So I'm discussing something about the trial, what are the achievements. So these are the INM trial conducted in pomegranate in our College of Horticulture, Chipilma Orchards. So with this, around nine number of treatments have been imposed in pomegranate, that is cultivar Bhagua. So the recommended dose of fertilizer, which is the NRC pomegranate recommendation, that is 500 gram nitrogen, 125 gram of phosphorus, P2O5 into 50 gram of K2O is recommended by NP, that has been imposed as treatment 1. So accordingly, the main objective is to reduce the chemical fertilizer. So accordingly, 25% nitrogen has been supplemented either through FY or vermicompost, or poultry manure. So accordingly, we found that the combination of 75% nitrogen of RDF and the replacement of 25% nitrogen through poultry manure, along with this phosphorus potassium, is found better. That is, TA treatment was found better, and second highest was found better with respect to growth, yield, and so quality. So I'm also giving some photographs. These are the some trial conducted in this Chipilma condition. And also the canopy volume. Canopy volume, we are getting more maximum in T8. T8 means that is 75% nitrogen of RDF plus 25% nitrogen supplementation through poultry manure and biofertilizers. And this is fruit size and aerial weight, rain weight, all are found better in T7 and T out. So a poultry manure is a good source of nutrients. So due to application of this poultry manure, which is found to increase the photosynthetic activity. So which in turn it produces maximum metabolites, and that is finally responsible for enhancement of fruit length and fruit diameter. So this is experiment conducted by one MSc students. So we have also taken this quality parameter like TSS, acidity, vitamin C, and these are found better in T8. So nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium content are also found better in those two treatments. Actually, these analyses have been made in central instrumentation facility at Bhubaneswar. So far as the different nutrients is concerned, like NPK and also different micronutrients. And so far as TSS, vitamins, ascorbic, these are possibly conducted in our laboratory. Yeah, so this is the view of it. But the biggest problem faced by our Odisha farmers is that heavy rainfall during July to September. We are also experiencing a rainfall of around 800 only during this July to September period. So which is a major problem. So the total plantation will be devastated due to problem of wilt and other disease problem if waterlogging condition persist. So accordingly, we have to take maximum care for waterlogging prevention of waterlogging condition in pomegranate. And also we have to go for crop regulation because it produces 3 types of flowers in a season. So Amber Bahar, Milka Hospat, all know. So we have to promote only one Bahar for maximum remuneration price to the farmers. And also these antioxidant activities, phenols, flavonoids, these are also analyzed in the laboratory of Department of Biotechnology, Sambalpur University. So accordingly, the antioxidant activities and also phenols and flavonoids contents were found better in the treatment number 8. So application of 7% nitrogen, Kulke, and 25% nitrogen through poultry manure is found better. So far as growth, yield, and food quality is concerned, and also status of nutrients in the soil and foliar of the pomegranate. Another experiment is conducted on lemon, because lemon or citrus, these are the nutrient loving plants. So for age, rice is a water loving plants, but lemon or citrus is the nutrient loving plants. So maximum farmers only they used to go for plantation of the plants and expected good yield, but they are not applying any nutrients. So considering this important of micronutrients, we know that according to Dr. K. who is known as the father of golden revolution, so improper and inadequate nutrition is one of the major causes of citrus decline in India. So accordingly, only we are concentrating on the micronutrients. So NPK we are applying, but what is the role of micronutrients? So on that basis, an experiment is conducted to study the effect of different micronutrients, especially zinc, iron, copper, and boron. So with different combination, we have imposed this this trial in Chipilma condition. And the varieties are compound seedless, so we will get very less, no or very 1 to 2 seeds per fruit. And in maximum case, we are getting no seed in the variety compound seedless. So the foliar spray containing all the micronutrients are found superior to single application of different nutrients. So these are some of the results we found in so far as yield and nutrient content in the leaves and fruit juice of lemon is concerned. And also mango, we conducted one trial. We were 20 number of varieties were there. So accordingly, out of these 20 varieties like Amrapali, Akorun, so all these varieties were procured from IHR, Chase, Bhubaneswar. So all these varieties were planted in the year 2015. So with the age of around 6 to 7 years, the trial has been conducted, and on the basis of the varietal performance, we found that the growth performance with respect to canopy volume was found better in Mahmud Bahar. And the flowering duration is generally found longest higher in Akorun, and the fruit weight was recorded maximum in Banganpalli, and it was recorded lowest in Janardhan Pasan. And so far as yield parameters, yield and yield activity parameters was found, it was found best in Amrapali. And so far as with an age of 5 to 6 years, so we can get an yield of 12 kg from a single plant of Amrapali, and very low yield we got the variety Sundar Langra. So on the varietal performance study, wide variation exists among all the 20 varieties studied in our condition. So among the varieties which perform better as compared to other varieties were, first one is Amrapali, followed by Mallika, Mehmutwa, Dasari, and Dasari 51. And we know that Dasari 51 variety is a clonal selection of variety Dasari, but it was regarded as one of the regular variety. Though Dasari is one irregular alternate bearing variety, but its clone, that is Dasari 51, found to be a superior one, and that is a regular bearing variety. So in our condition, besides Mallika and Amrapali, Mahimutwa and Prabha Shankar are found better. But one important information I want to tell that it's location specific. So in our location, this variety found better, but in other location, they may not perform identically. So accordingly, variety performance also varies. So accordingly, location specific technology should be developed. So with respect to not only with respect to variety, but also mutant trial also can be done. So accordingly, they can go for conducting trials on their locality, and they recommend farmers on the basis of their study. Then also we have conducted one experiment on plant growth regulators, because because we know that fruit drop is just one of the major problem faced by a mango growth, and we know the causes of fruit drop is due to lack of pollination or lack of stigmatic receptivity, or due to low pollen transfer, otherwise due to lack of irrigation facilities, and especially due to imbalances in growth hormones, especially due to lack of oxygen content or high abscisic acid formation. So to address this problem, some growth hormones trial has been conducted, like different concentration of Na and gibberellic acid, and also 2,4-D. So on that, from this study, we found that T7, that is a 30 ppm fluoride application gibberellic acid, was found to be the most efficient in minimizing fruit drop in Amrapali variety. And so far as quality aspect is concerned, that is 30 ppm 2,4-D was found the best. So far as enhancing the total soluble solid content and in reducing the acidity content. So this is the photographic evidences showing the better performance of T7 and T10. So T7 was found best so far as controlling fruit, minimizing fruit drop in mango, variety Amrapali, and 2,4-D was found better so far as enhancing the TSS acidity, that is the quality aspect of your mango variety Amrapali. Then we conducted some trials on biostimulants on enhancing the yield and the quality of beer. So these are the actually this is a 3-year-old trial. The trial has been imposed on 3 years of a variety apple beer, and these are some of the important biostimulants imposed in different treatments. So 10 treatments were imposed: lutecin, humic acid, and salicylic acid. So among all these parameters, among all these biostimulants, the moderate amount of the biostimulant was found better. So T2, that is lutecin, that is actually a polyamine. It is more effective under stress condition. So under stress condition, the performance with respect to growth and yield was found better if we are spraying lutecin. And the second performance, if you are considering the quality parameter, so salicylic acid was found better. That is one moderate mean, that means 150. So salicylic acid was taken 100 ppm, 150 ppm, and 200 ppm. So along this, 150 ppm was found better as far as enhancement of the quality aspect is concerned. And so far as the growth and yield aspect is concerned, so putrescine out of 0.1, 0.5, and 1 millimolar, the second, that is T2, was found better as compared to growth and also yield. So these are some of the data I presented. So highest fruit production was achieved in T2, and so far as yield is concerned, so from 3-year-old plant, we get an yield of around 21 kg. So this is some of the graphical presentation of canopy volume, and this is a yield point of view. So T2, that is a putrescine, the moderate amount of putrescine, and the moderate amount of the salicylic acid found the second highest yielder. It's also reducing. And this is also lychee. One trial has been also conducted on lychee in a farmer's field. So different nutrients and bioregulators were applied in lychee after November, after emergence of the foliar, when the new foliages become greenish in color. These type of nutrients were applied during the month of November, December. So accordingly, out of all these treatments, the borax 0.3% was found better. So far as maximization of yield and quality is concerned, and also reducing the, and another problem is that vegetable growth was not, there is no significant result obtained so far as the application of nutrition environmental concern in lychee, cultivar Bombay. So these are the planting material. This is the 8-year-old plantation variety Bombay. Actually, it is conducted in Cochin area in one of the farmers' field. And the nutrients were borax, boron, and zinc, and calcium. The bioregulators were biostimulants like humic acid, seaweed extract. So the humic acid, it is having 95% humic acid, and in seaweed extract we have used biobita, that is having around 60% of ascophyllum nodosa. So the treatments was spread in once in the lychee during November, December after completion of the appearance of new leaves. So this is the preparation of and application of different nutrients and bioregulators on lychee, cultivar Bombay. And these are some of the results. So borax 0.5% was found better so far as canopy volume is concerned, and leaf area we got more than humic acid. But in humic area, though we got maximum number of fruits, but cracking percentage also less. So one with respect to yield, we have to also consider total yield and also marketable yield. So these are some of the data representing total number of fruits, number of marketable fruits per plant, total yield, marketable yield. So we have to concentrate on marketable fruit yield. So which is found better in the treatment borax 0.3%, and the yield was marketable yield was also found better in treatment one, that is borax at the rate of 0.3%. So these are some of the comparison of photographic evidences showing the performance of different treatments imposed in lychee. So it was found better in this humic acid, though we are getting maximum yield, but the cracking percentage is also more. So this is some of the quality parameters, the effect of different nutrients and the bioregulators on quality parameters, and it was found better in borax treatments only as compared to other. So borax 0.3% was found better, followed by borax 0.5% of in lychee, cultivar Bombay. So these are all about the process, and also since some mulching trial also can be conducted as far as organic mulches and inorganic mulches concerned. So this is all about my presentation. And also I convey my heartfelt thanks to the organizer for giving an opportunity for presenting my discussion on the topic assigned to me. Thank you, sir.
So thank you very much, sir, for your nice presentation. Right now, this session is open for questionnaire. So any of our participants who want to interact with our resource person today, please ask.
Thank you, Dr. Tarai, sir.
Hello? Okay. Sir. Sir.